Tamara de Lempicka. Tamara de Lempicka was born on May 16, 1898, in Warsaw, Poland, then part of the Russian Empire. Her birth name was Tamara Rosalia Gerwick-Gorska. She came from a wealthy, upper-class Jewish family. Her father, a successful textile manufacturer, and her mother, a cultured and socialite woman, provided Tamara with a privileged upbringing. Her early exposure to the arts was facilitated by her family's social circles and their appreciation for culture and sophistication. From a young age, Lempicka showed an aptitude for drawing and painting. Her family's resources allowed her to study art privately. Influenced by the artistic environment of her upbringing, she became interested in the emerging modernist movements. Her early influences included the vibrant cultural life of Warsaw and exposure to various European art forms, including Art Deco and Cubism. In 1916, Tamara de Lempicka moved to St. Petersburg with her family. The Russian Revolution of 1917 and the ensuing chaos significantly impacted her life. Her family's wealth and status were severely affected, and they eventually fled Russia. They relocated to Paris in 1920, a city that would become central to Lempicka's career. In Paris, Lempicka studied at the Académie de la Grande Chaumière and the Académie Ranson. Although she never formally trained at a major art institution, these art schools provided her with valuable connections and exposure to contemporary artistic trends. Paris was a hotbed of artistic innovation, and Lempicka immersed herself in the city's dynamic art scene. Tamara de Lempicka became one of the leading figures of the Art Deco movement, known for her distinctive style that combined neoclassicism with modernist elements. Her work is characterized by its bold geometric forms, strong lines, and vibrant colors, often depicting glamorous and sophisticated subjects. Lempicka's paintings from the 1920s and 1930s include portraits of high society figures, nudes, and still lifes, all executed with a sense of elegance and luxury. Her work was celebrated for its depictions of modern femininity and its blend of classical and modern aesthetics. Lempicka's career unfolded during a time of significant social and political change. The 1920s and 1930s in Europe were marked by economic upheaval, political instability, and the rise of fascism. In Paris, she was part of the city's vibrant art scene, which was influenced by the broader cultural shifts of the period, including the fascination with modernity and the decadence of the Roaring Twenties. The political climate in Europe also impacted Lempicka's life and career. The rise of Nazism in Germany and the growing tensions in Europe affected many artists and intellectuals. Lempicka, who was of Jewish heritage, faced challenges related to her background and the shifting political landscape. Tamara de Lempicka married Tadeusz Lempicki, a wealthy Polish lawyer, in 1916. The couple had a daughter, Kazette, born in 1923. However, their marriage became strained as Lempicka's career took off. The couple eventually divorced in 1931. Lempicka's personal life was marked by a series of high-profile relationships. She was known for her romantic involvement with several prominent figures in the art and social worlds. One of her notable relationships was with the famous French painter and art dealer Maurice Bouval. Her relationships often reflected her glamorous and sophisticated persona, which was also evident in her art. The political changes in Europe, including the outbreak of World War II, significantly affected Lempicka's career. She and her daughter fled Paris during the German occupation and settled in the United States. In New York, Lempicka continued to paint, but found it challenging to regain her former prominence in the American art scene. In the later years of her life, Lempicka's work became less fashionable as artistic tastes shifted. She faced financial difficulties and struggled to maintain her high society lifestyle. Despite these challenges, she continued to paint and remained active in the art world. Here are 5 of the most famous works by Tamara de Lempicka. Portrait of the Marquis de Pompadour, 1930. This painting is a striking portrait of the Marquis de Pompadour, a historical figure from 18th century France. Lempicka's version of the Marquis is rendered with her signature Art Deco style, featuring sharp geometric lines and a stylized, glamorous portrayal. The Marquis is depicted in a sophisticated pose, wearing an elaborate gown with intricate details. The background is a rich, deep blue, contrasting with the Marquis's pale complexion and the vibrant hues of her clothing. Lempicka's portrayal of the Marquis de Pompadour reflects her fascination with historical elegance and opulence, as well as her ability to blend modernist aesthetics with classical themes. The use of bold colors and geometric forms highlights the Marquis's regal and glamorous persona, creating a timeless image that bridges historical and contemporary styles. Self-Portrait in the Green Bugatti, 1929. In this iconic self-portrait, Tamara de Lempicka is depicted in a luxurious green Bugatti, a symbol of wealth and modernity. She appears confidently at the wheel, dressed in a chic and stylish outfit. The composition is marked by sharp lines, bold colors, and a sleek, almost futuristic background. The green of the car contrasts dramatically with the angular shapes and muted tones surrounding it. This self-portrait showcases Lempicka's flair for self-promotion and her embrace of modernity and luxury. The Bugatti serves as a symbol of her success and sophistication, while the Art Deco style emphasizes her confidence and independence. The painting reflects both her personal identity and the broader cultural trends of the 1920s, celebrating both individual success and the opulence of the era. The Musician, 1929. The Musician depicts a female figure, seated and holding a violin, surrounded by a dynamic composition of angular forms and vibrant colors. The figure is rendered with Lempicka's characteristic stylized approach, with smooth, polished surfaces and a highly composed arrangement of shapes. The background features a blend of geometric patterns that complement the figure's elegant pose. This painting reflects Lempicka's interest in combining classical themes with modernist aesthetics. The musician's graceful pose and the use of bold, geometric forms highlight the harmony between the classical art form of music and the contemporary style of Art Deco. The painting can be seen as a tribute to both the artistry and the modern elegance of the period. Sleeping, 1931. In Sleeping, Lempicka presents a sensuous depiction of a reclining female nude. The composition is characterized by smooth, fluid lines and a minimalist background that draws attention to the figure's graceful curves. The use of soft, muted colors and the careful rendering of light and shadow contribute to the painting's tranquil and intimate atmosphere. This work exemplifies Lempicka's ability to merge sensuality with a refined, modernist aesthetic. The painting captures the elegance and calm of the sleeping figure, while the Art Deco style adds a layer of sophistication. The work reflects themes of beauty and relaxation, emphasizing the artist's focus on the female form and her skill in creating intimate yet glamorous representations. The Green Dress, 1929. The green dress features a fashionable woman in a striking green dress, set against a geometric, abstract background. The figure is portrayed with Lempicka's characteristic sharp lines and streamlined forms, and the dress is rendered with a high level of detail and texture. The overall composition is both dynamic and elegant, reflecting the stylishness of the subject. This painting showcases Lempicka's fascination with fashion and modern elegance. The green dress and the geometric background emphasize the subject's sophistication and the contemporary style of the 1920s. The painting reflects Lempicka's interest in high society and glamour, capturing the essence of modern chic through her distinctive Art Deco lens. Other well-known works by Tamara de Lempicka: Adam and Eve, 1932. Autoportrait, 1929. The Young Lady with Gloves, 1930. Portrait of a Young Girl, 1929. My Portrait, 1930. These works, alongside the 5 listed, further highlight Lempicka's contributions to Art Deco and her unique approach to portraiture and modernist art. In the later years of Tamara de Lempicka's life, she faced both personal and professional challenges. After World War II, Lempicka's prominence as an artist began to wane as the Art Deco style fell out of fashion and was overshadowed by newer artistic movements such as abstract expressionism. This shift in the art world posed difficulties for Lempicka, who struggled to adapt to changing tastes and regain her former fame. In the 1940s, Lempicka moved to the United States with her daughter, Cosette. They settled in New York City, where Lempicka attempted to revive her career. However, despite her efforts, she found it challenging to reestablish her place in the American art scene, which was increasingly dominated by new styles and artists. In the 1950s, Lempicka relocated to Mexico, where she lived out the remainder of her life. Her move to Mexico was partially driven by the desire for a more favorable climate and a new environment. Although she continued to paint and was active in the art community, her work did not regain the same level of commercial success or recognition that it had enjoyed earlier in her career. Tamara de Lempicka had one daughter, Cosette, born in 1923. Cosette was a constant presence in her mother's life and career, and after Lempicka's death, she managed her mother's estate and legacy. Cosette passed away in 2002, but during her lifetime, she worked to preserve and promote Lempicka's work. Tamara de Lempicka passed away on March 18, 1980, in Cuernavaca, Mexico. She was 81 years old. Her final resting place is in the Pantheon Francais in Mexico City. Her grave is marked with a simple yet elegant headstone, reflecting the artist's understated and sophisticated style. Tamara de Lempicka's contributions to art and culture have had a lasting impact, particularly in the realm of Art Deco. Her distinctive style, characterized by bold geometric forms, vibrant colors, and glamorous subjects, has continued to influence artists and designers. Art Deco revival. Lempicka's work played a significant role in defining and popularizing the Art Deco style. Her glamorous, modernist approach to portraiture and her sophisticated use of color and form have been influential in subsequent art movements and design aesthetics. Cultural icon. Lempicka's paintings, particularly her portraits of high society figures, remain iconic representations of the Roaring '20s and 1930s. Her work captures the elegance and opulence of the era, and her style has become synonymous with the Art Deco movement. Legacy in art history. In recent decades, there has been a renewed interest in Lempicka's work. Her paintings are featured in major exhibitions and collections worldwide, and she is often celebrated for her unique contribution to modernist art. Her influence can be seen in various aspects of contemporary design, fashion, and visual culture. Inspiration for modern artists. Lempicka's approach to portraiture and her use of modernist techniques have inspired many contemporary artists. Her ability to blend classical themes with modern aesthetics continues to resonate with new generations of creators. Overall, Tamara de Lempicka's legacy is marked by her innovative approach to art and her ability to capture the essence of an era through her distinctive style. Her contributions to Art Deco and modernist art remain significant, and her work continues to be celebrated and appreciated for its artistic brilliance and cultural impact.